Out again for some plant shopping today, and I've come back with these lovely begonia bronze leaf scarlet, 2 trays of these, and I also had a fantastic bargain on these Nandina Gulf Streams. These were £16.99 down to £5.09 each. So I bought 2 of them. I don't know where I'm going to put them yet though. And this Acer, I love the shape on this. And this is going to go into a terracotta pot to go near the seating area. I've got a few Acers already, but I haven't got this type. And apparently it's supposed to have yellow stems throughout the winter months. Beautiful specimen there. Look at lazy Thomas sleeping in the shade. This dahlia here hasn't been doing very well, so the plan is I'm going to move that one into the greenhouse, dig it up and put it in a smaller pot. Move this dahlia into that pot, which frees this terracotta pot up for my new Acer, and I'll plant that today. Vim and Thomas love their treats off Grandpa every week. It's taken a long time to get to this point. Vim has always been an only cat, and we adopted Thomas last year from a neighbour because Thomas decided he wanted to live with us. It took Vim a lot of getting used to, but slowly he has started to come round a little bit. They do have their moments though, especially when Thomas pinches Vim's food all the time. That doesn't go down too well at all. Thomas is 17 now and he loves a lazy spot in the garden. The new Acer looks lovely now in the terracotta pot, and this type of tree will grow to about 2 metres to 2.5 metres tall. I really liked the leaf shape on this as soon as I saw it, and I decided I just had to buy it. There's no more going to the garden centre on a Sunday for me. This is getting far too expensive. Thomas finds another shady spot in the garden. He's so cute and he's such a loving cat. It was a beautiful day this afternoon and the temperature in the greenhouse got to 49 degrees. That was hot. Do you like my new sign? It's lovely, isn't it? It's very me. It's beautiful weather now outside, and the view from inside the greenhouse is lovely with all the different plants that are growing. Just look at them through the window, and outside the garden is lovely. It's really good to see the wildlife in the garden, and I spent lots of time just watching these bees on the alliums. They're beautiful to look at and they were really busy. The Alstroemeria Indian summer is just starting to flower. I decided
to put a little bit of underplanting underneath the new Acer, as I don't like just looking at the bare earth in the pot. I do this with all of my trees in pots at the moment, and I think it looks much nicer.
I bought 2 trays of these begonias, and they're begonias bronze leaf scarlet. I don't really know how big they're going to grow, but it says on the packet about 25 centimetres by 25 centimetres. So I'm just dotting them in throughout the garden, just to add a little bit of colour. So how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 12 altogether. So I've just dotted them through the garden. This is a little bit of an empty space here on the corner of one of the borders, and hopefully they'll grow a little bit larger. It's Sunday night now, and I've just finished planting up the last of the plants that I bought. I put some of the begonias here in the oval bed. Hopefully these will grow. I've never planted any begonias before, but I've just dotted them around. You can see them there at the front of the borders. I just thought they'd fill in any gaps, and they're quite reasonable to buy. And I like them because of the red foliage. I've just given everything now a thorough watering. I did some of the garden this morning because there's so much now to water, with the weather being a little bit drier. I tend to do it in sections because I find that easier. So I know the areas of the garden that are drier than others, and I know some of the shadier parts that don't need that much watering, so I know sort of which parts of the garden need it and when. find that easier then. So we've had a very productive day today. Going to the garden centre this morning. And then we had a visit of my parents this afternoon. They always come up for food on a Sunday. I showed my dad around the garden, as you saw. Showed him what I'd been doing in the week. It's very quiet here tonight. There's hardly anybody about. Can't hear anybody. Very peaceful.